Hi guys, happy Saturday night. I have plans tonight. You heard that right. It's ladies' night. I'm going to just see my friend Ashley. It's nothing too exciting in terms of like there's no partying involved. However, to be able to get out of the house without my kids to have adult conversation is essentially like Christmas just came. Hi Megan. So I just took a shower. We're just gonna throw on a little bit of makeup and head out the door. I do want to do my makeup or my skincare first, and actually my lips are feeling dry, so I'm gonna do that too. So I'm gonna go in with my Biohydrate liquid serum and pop that on my face. This is just like an intensive hydration treatment for your skin. You're just gonna push it right into your skin. It feels amazing. And I do this morning and night. Kind of a weird time to do your morning skincare at what, 6:30 at night, but makes me feel young again to have plans. All right, Biohydrate eye gel. Just a little bit on my ring finger. Just that much. Pop that on. Hi, Sam. All right, so this entire Biohydrate line is aimed at hydrating your skin for 48 hours. These products do. As the temperatures change, you're gonna notice your skin change. It might be time to change your skincare routine up a little bit. Biohydrate Gel Cream. This literally keeps hydration in your skin for 48 hours. You don't need a lot of it. Actually, that's too much. And hydration is different than moisturizers. So you wanna get a hydrator to actually keep your skin full and plump, not just on the top where it stays soft, but actually in your skin. Hi, Nicole. And always the lymphatic massage. Keep everything pushed up and out so you don't get that sagging jawline, all that kind of stuff. It's essentially like a free facelift, just with your fingertips. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Arbonne Botaniques Vanilla Bean Lip Scrub and Serum, just because this time of year I always notice my lips get weird, just kind of more chapped feeling than I would like. And it always comes at a time of year where we're having a season change. So grab one of these before fall. Hi, love, how are you? Grab one of these before fall. It tastes like cupcake batter. It's so good. Scrubs off the dead skin. It feels amazing. And just wipe it right off. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little blend of CC Cream and liquid foundation. I'm gonna use my Honey Beige liquid foundation and a little bit of light CC Cream. The CC Cream just because I want that nice dewy kind of glow, and then the liquid foundation because I want a little bit fuller coverage. So I do about a quarter pump of foundation and just a pea-sized amount of CC Cream and blend it on the back of my hand like a palette. And I'm just gonna spread it on my skin like this. Makes blending it out that much easier. It feels great to get ready to go somewhere. I don't think I've gotten ready to go somewhere other than a doctor's appointment since March, really, which is very strange for me. It will make us appreciate life once it goes back to normal that much more, right? Okay. All right, so I'm just taking a clean, damp Eco Tool sponge and I'm gonna blend this out just kind of by pressing it in. You can see how nicely it blends out. It feels amazing on your skin. Hi, Layla. And I do go right over the top of my eye, right up to my eyelid, everywhere. Just make sure that you kind of stipple it as opposed to wipe it. Missing a birthday party because I haven't been up to par the last few days. I'm jealous of your plans. When my girlfriend texted me last night and she was like, do you want to come over for a glass of wine tomorrow? Basically, it was like, how do I want to put this? It was like a life raft when you're floating in the middle of the ocean. I have been feeling like I've been in solitary confinement lately. Just, you know, it's hard for me to be home with the kids all the time. I'm not used to it. I venture to say I'm not good at it. So, you know, it's just, I'm used to go, 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 and life is still very busy and there's still lots of stuff for me to do. It's just very different to kind of like live every day exactly the same. Hi, Ava, how are you? So any opportunity that I get to switch it up, anytime anyone asks me for things, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll meet you there. It'll be great. I can only imagine your reaction. I was like, yes, just one glass of wine, or can I stay for more? That was basically my reaction. Look at that coverage. CC cream and liquid foundation blended together is absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of Setting Pretty translucent setting powder and just set my face with it really quickly. Not that I imagine this makeup is going to go anywhere in the 2 hours it's going to take me to catch up with my girlfriend, but you know, we don't get out that much, so we're going to take this level 100. I use a brush to put this on so that I can use as little as possible, and I just kind of stipple it in. Setting powder is great if you notice that your makeup shifts during the day, or you live in a humid climate, or you have a little bit more of an oily complexion. This is just going to keep your liquid and your cream makeups in place. And everything is non-toxic, vegan, plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, paraben-free, non-GMO, cruelty-free, never tested on animals. Arbonne bans over 2,000 chemicals that are in like the everyday store brand products that you're going to find on your shelves at the drugstore and the local, you know, Target and Walmart and all that. All right, I'm going to do my brows really quick, and I'm going to use my medium brow pencil and my medium dark brow cream just to kind of give a fuller kind of effect. I start on the bottom inside corner and draw a line on the bottom from front to back. So tomorrow we are going to catch up with my friend Carrie, who has been staying up here. She's normally in New York City full time, but since all of this, she's been staying at her home up here. So that's lovely. And on Monday, as long as I can locate tomatoes tomorrow, I'm doing fresh sauce to store for winter in the basement, because now the kids don't want canned tomato sauce or even like canned tomatoes that I make homemade sauce out of, because we've been spoiled with my father-in-law's garden all summer. So I've been making fresh tomato sauce like once a week, and now they can't eat anything but that. So I'm gonna get some tomatoes, and that will be my project with my sister on Monday, is making tomato sauce for the long winter ahead. I feel like a bear, like bulking up for winter. And that's what we're doing. I can't remember going out anywhere except groceries. I can't remember how that feels to have a great time. Susan, I hear you. And of course my nose is running because of allergies. I'm like H2O intolerant. Whenever I take a shower, I sneeze for like an hour afterwards. So I always feel bad when I sniffle or sneeze and I'm, you know, amongst people, because I'm like, this would terrify me if someone else was doing this. But I think that's the hardest thing for me with all of this being home, is just like, I'm used to working in such a go, go, go team environment with people around me 24/7 that it's hard to just be home. All right, so this is the medium dark brow cream. I'm going to start on the arch of my brow with it and then do the front and just kind of brush upwards. It's going to give you that like microbladed kind of laminated brow look that everybody's going for these days. Just a fuller brow, a little more texture to it. Everybody loves a full brow. Of course, it comes years after everyone told us like a thin brow was in and we tweezed our brows to high heavens. But now we're embracing the full brow again. I don't even get groceries. I always order my groceries and I pick them up like curbside. So I don't even go in a grocery store. We are seriously still like taking it very easy with being in public. We'll put it that way. All right, let's do eye look. I think I'm going to use my Cherry Blossom palette tonight because I wanted to use some of these colors as a highlighter. So I'm going to go in with the shade Branch, and I'm actually going to use that as a liner. Just going to grab my liner pencil. Hi, Deb. I'm going to wet this really quick. Hi, Yana. So I'm wetting this because when I go in with the shade Branch, I want to make like a liquid liner out of it. So I just wet this thin angled brush, and I'm putting it in the shade Branch. And then we're going to put it on our eye. I love, this is one of my best tricks for making every shade of eyeshadow you have an eyeliner. And the other great thing about it is you can blend it out so easily once it's dry. And it won't smudge. It won't smudge because it's powder. All right, now we're just gonna do a super easy eye look. I'm gonna take the shade Blossom, and I'm gonna pop it on my eyelid. Just sort of like a nice neutral mauvey pink. I'm gonna get there and she's gonna be in like, you know, her finest at-home apparel, and I'm gonna walk in and she's gonna be like, really, Megan? She should know better though. I'm that excited to be amongst humans. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with the shade Abuki. So sort of like Branch, but just a little bit more plummy. And I'm gonna pop this right in the crease of my eye. I love this palette. I know that they launched it in the springtime, but it's honestly lovely for fall. Hi, Beverly, how are you? Okay. I'm gonna save the highlight portion of my eyes to do when I do the rest of my face, because I'm gonna use the colors in here to highlight with. So we're just gonna go ahead and do 2 coats of Speaks Volume mascara for right now and call that a day, because mascara is life and everybody needs 2 coats of it. Not that I still don't screw it up from time to time, but if you look down at your mascara or at your mirror, you are less likely to get your mascara everywhere. Just a little tip that I've learned along the way. I think that my lashes are longer now thanks to Skin Elixir, which also makes putting mascara on a little tricky because they get longer. I'm hot in Arizona. It's 115 again. Ugh, love your makeup. Thank you, Beverly. It is definitely cooling down here in New York. I think today was only like 80 maybe. We had a very hot summer though. It was lovely. It was in the 90s pretty much every day, which is rare for us. But we definitely had beautiful weather this summer. And I'm sad to see summer go. I don't know, at least here, the reason I'm sad to see summer go is we get locked inside pretty much from November on, like November until mid-March, because the weather is just really cold, snowy. I don't enjoy winter sports whatsoever. We don't ski, snowboard, snowshoe, ice fish, any of those things. So to me, it's just like a lot of being inside. And I don't love that. I definitely prefer summer with the windows open and, you know, in theory, more places to go. However, this summer, that was not the case. So everyone who's out there celebrating all things pumpkin and it getting dark early and cold weather, I just don't understand. I am not of that mindset. All right, lower lash line really quick. And then we will hop over to highlight and contour our face. I did it after my eyeshadow today just so we could get a really nice clean look on it. All right, I'm gonna use bronzer today to do my contour with. Glow On Bronzer. I love this. It doesn't show red or orange on me, which is sort of unique because I feel like every time I wear any kind of bronzer, it always oxidizes and gets really orange on me at some point during the day. I'm happy to report that this one does not. Well, we are going to build some cheekbones in because, you know, cheekbones are everything. Forehead. Down the sides of the nose. I could be way more precise when I contour my nose, let's be honest here. I definitely go in sort of like a bull in a china shop, but it tends to work for me. I mean, I don't know how to put this. When I really go for a clean, super clean, like too precise nose look, it looks so modeled that I feel like I look like Michael Jackson post nose job number 7, and it just doesn't look right. Like even Khloe Kardashian, granted they are masters of disguise if you ask me, like they're shapeshifters 100%, but right now the way that she is contouring her nose, it doesn't look, it looks way too small for her face and it doesn't look like her. And I still want to look like me. That was one of the reasons that I switched to Arbonne, was I was noticing when I did my makeup every time, I wasn't looking like myself. Okay, so let's go in with my loose foundation powder in the shade Ivory. And I'm going to put it a little bit on that same sponge that I used to do my regular foundation. And I'm just gonna blend it in underneath my eye and go right up the sides here. And that's gonna give me a lifting look. And I'm gonna put it right on my nasal labia folds and kind of white them out. Those are your smile lines. If you don't wanna memorize nasal labia folds, I don't blame you, but that's what they are. So I just put a little bit of powder. To me, powder ends up working better with my skin than heavy cream contours do, only because they don't shift on me quite so much. I know other people have different experiences and they really like cream concealers. I just tend to gravitate toward this Ivory foundation powder. Although I will say that trying to blend it in a straight line down the center of your nose does get a little tricky, but that's okay. We'll manage. I just like to do this after the bronzer because it helps me to clean everything up and look, you know, a little more modeled, a little more Khloe K. All right, I'm gonna go in with the shade Dusty Rose Blush and just add a little bit more pigment to my skin. I feel like blush was the one product that I used to skip over every time because I didn't think it gave you enough bang for your buck. However, I've totally changed my mind on that. I think that blush looks really glowy and youthful. Having a little bit of extra color in your skin just makes you look healthy. I tend to start a little bit further back with my blush, usually from my pupil back. I try not to go too far forward and then it looks kind of muddy on my skin. Okay, and we're gonna do, we're gonna go in now with, back to the Cherry Blossom palette. There's really great highlight colors in here. Sakura, Pink, Hannah, and Nectar are just really great metallics that I pretty much don't use as eyeshadows, full on eyeshadows, but I love to use to highlight with. So where is my favorite little brush to do this with? I love this brush. This sort of like rounded sort of looks like a pencil eraser. I'm gonna go in with the shade Sakura, sort of this soft peachy pink. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the inside corner of my eye and blend it out on the center of my eye. Just like that. The corner of your eye just makes you look nice and awake. And then just adding a little bit of brightness onto your eyelid just keeps everything looking nice and youthful. Hi, Tanisha. All right, a little on the end of my nose and right on the bridge of my nose, just very lightly. Cupid's bow, just like that. And then I'm gonna take a brush and do the cheekbones. It kind of blends that bright highlight ivory shade into my blush and makes it look nice and glowy. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna go in with the Amaryllis Lip Duo and my eye pencil in Morel. And I'm just gonna line my lips really quickly with Morel. Okay. Obviously, no one has naturally brown lined lips, but I love this shade for creating a shadow and making a fuller lip look. So I'm gonna go in with the liquid lipstick shade of Amaryllis first. And I'm gonna do a very thin amount. I put most of the product back in the tube. The key to getting your lipstick to stay is to apply as little as possible and let it dry in between coats. Just like that. Before we go in with the gloss side of it, we're just gonna let it dry. Now, if you didn't want to do lipstick, you could always go in with the lip salve. This came with the lip scrub, so it's what I use every night when I do my skincare that I put on before bed, and it's amazing. My lips are like masked in perfection in the morning. All right, a little bit of the gloss. I love how natural you look. Thank you, Susan. I love these products for that reason. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of that shade Sakura and I'm just going to pop it on the center of my lip just for a little bit of highlight. You know your friend Megan is extra. Blend this out just a touch. All right, so last but not least, I'm gonna go in with our Let It Set Refreshing Spray and just spray my face, make sure that it like kind of blends my makeup all together, makes everything look really natural. I know that I finished with powders to set the creams and liquids, but when you finish with a spray, it really does just like seal everything together. It sort of hydrates those powders and makes them look nice and glowy and fresh as opposed to really matte, kind of like grandma-ish. I remember when my grandmother used to put her powder on and she had CoverGirl powder and something like this, and it had a big fluffy powder poof in it, and when she would put it on, I don't even think that there was such thing as a color match back then. She would just like poof, 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 like George Washington on her face, and there would be like powder all over the bathroom, and she just looked like somebody took powdered sugar and like squirted it on her. And I remember thinking, like, is this how makeup is supposed to look? There's no like art to it. And then when I got older and I started like loving to play with makeup, I'm like, oh, there is a better way than the way Grandma did it. Okay, so that's our finished look. I will take a photo. It'll have to be the ring light because it's already dark here in New York. But I will take a picture and I will post it here along with all the products that I used. I don't know if it'll be on tomorrow, but definitely next week a couple of times. If there's something that you guys want to see, just let me know. Feel free to drop a comment here. If you're watching the replay, just let us know, say hi. Valerie, beautiful, thank you. This month, all preferred customers get a free gift with a qualifying purchase. So that's a really great incentive if you need to restock on anything, or if you're looking to sign up and you want to become a preferred customer, you get 20 to 40% off everything on my website for a full year with free gifts and free shipping offers all the time. Great look, thank you. Thank you, Beverly, I appreciate it. All right, you guys are amazing. I will see you again really soon. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful Labor Day weekend with your family.